Programming blobs. We have seen how we can manage blob using portal. We can also manage using storage explorer. You can manage using PowerShell. But now the same thing, I would like to do it in my code. That means I want to write C# and achieve the same thing. So when I want to write C# code, we have got ready-made storage API provided to us. So I take Visual Studio, File, New Project. I'll take a simple console-based application, good enough for demo. The first thing we will have to do is add the reference to the NuGet package. That NuGet package is required. So right click, references, otherwise manage NuGet package. Go to browse. So Windows Azure.storage, a client library for working with Microsoft Storage, including blob files, tables and queues. The same library is going to be used for all of it. So take the latest version. So now, once we have the NuGet package, I would prefer putting this connection string in the config file, because that is how we connect. So storage connection string. Now account name, I give it as DSS demo storage, and account key I have to get now from the portal. So I copy from here and I paste it here. Storage connection string. Now once we have the connection string, now straight program. I'll have to explain you all this. Add the reference to Windows Azure.storage.blob. We need the reference to configuration manager. This is without blob, just the storage account. And that's it. All good. So let's understand. Pretty simple and straightforward code, nothing complicated. We are getting the connection string and parsing the connection string to get the storage account reference. But what is important is not just the storage account, we want to get the cloud storage account reference. So from storage account, we are getting cloud client. So here you are seeing cloud client, create cloud blob client. Like that, later we will see create cloud table client, create cloud queue client, create cloud files client. Like that, for everything we have corresponding method. So we got the reference to that storage now, blob storage in this particular case. And then we create containers, container name, and through this I would like to decide whether it is public or not. That is the access restriction. So here I have blob client dot get container reference. Give the container name and we get the cloud container. But this is an object which not necessarily gets created only if the container exists. The object will get created and explicitly we have to check if it is not there, create it. If not, ignore it. So this create if not exist is a method which returns true if the container was created now and returns false if the container was already existing before. So through container we are saying it is created. First time alone we get that message, and then we have to set, if it is public we have to set the permission. We are setting it as container reference. By default it is a private container, remember that. Or else you can specify here in case you want public or off, no public access. It becomes a private container, but we are controlling through a variable is public. So like this container is created. Then we'll have simple method for uploading the blobs. Let's say this method. So two files I would like to upload, image1, image2. Two containers are there. In container 1 I'm uploading image1, in container 2 I'm uploading image2. But I don't think those folders are there now. Yeah. So I'll change the file names. I have resources happy.gif. So I'll just change this. Now to upload, create a file info and simply say blob.upload file. Mind you, we are creating here a blob. Like that we have other references also in case we are interested in. Delete blob, delete if exists. And if it was deleted now, this will be true. List blobs, container.list blobs will get me one blob at a time. We are getting the blob details. Blob URI we are printing here. All this we are only doing it on one container. So just do this, everything will go in action. It will upload, it will list, and immediately it will delete. Or let's comment delete for the time being. All done. Can we access this? Yes. But try to access from container 1. Not available. Not available for the reason that the container 1 is not public. So basically I'm trying to tell you, this is a very basic example, but you have to improve on top of it as per need. I'm just showing you basic CRUD operations, how to get the list of blobs in a given container, how to create a new blob, how to update a blob, these things. But then there are many methods which you would have to explore on need basis in each of these classes. For example, I can say blob dot, and so many methods you will find here. So many. So generally there is some concept of lease. Whenever we want to work with a particular item and we don't want others to work on it at the same time, we can take the lease of that particular item. So you may want to take a look at this lease API, how to acquire the lease, for how much time we should take the lease, and so on. I mean, I'm not saying I'm expert in all these methods, but yes, I know if there is a need, I can go through the API documentation and start using these methods. And that is precisely right now my intention is. Right now you should know these are things possible, and then you will go deeper on need basis in your project. So now that our program is executed successfully, you want to see all these are reflected here. So just go to containers, and here we should have two more containers, container 1, container 2, and go to the container. It's a private access first, verify that this container 1, which is private access, and in this container these are the blob. So that's all about programming blob. Pretty simple and straightforward. Go deeper into the API on need basis. Thank you.